what's on y'all mind? What's on y'all mind? So you guys saw I did a video earlier today on why black men are intimidated by black female PhDs. Someone commented on a video with a link, right? I hate when people comment on my videos with links, but someone commented on that video with a link. I clicked on it, and it took me to another video on YouTube of a woman. I'm like, oh Lord, what is this? And the title of the video said something along the lines of why black women are at the bottom. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell does this have to do with my video? This has nothing to do with my video. Is this a deflection? And then I clicked on the video because I don't like toxicity, and I control what goes into my mind, my conscious and my subconscious mind. People be so hyper focused on what they eat, right? What goes into their body, but they neglect what goes into their mind. They be watching all kind of videos that are very toxic in nature. I'm not in the business of bashing women or men, especially black women and black men. That ain't my thing. Never been my thing. And so I saw the video was like a black woman bashing black women, talking about twerking and trying to, I guess, explain away why black women are at the bottom, I guess, in our society. Twerking, just like, no. But if you really want to know my perspective on that, I think black women twerk because it's like a spiritual dance. I think black women do a lot of things because it's reinforced, especially by black men. Black men like to see some ass twerking. That's why black women twerk. How does that put a black woman at the bottom of the totem pole because she's twerking her freaking ass? But y'all be clicking on the videos of black women twerking on Instagram. Those videos get a lot of freaking clicks and views. So how are black men mad about that? But anyway, I have nothing against black women twerk on, but I think they were talking about like black women twerking in public. I'm just like, let black women have their fun. This is the issue I take with black people wanting to crucify black women for having fun, is because nobody says anything when people from other races be out there wilding the fuck out. They be like, oh, go ahead, have fun, woo, woo. You see white people loud, they be freaking loud as hell sometimes. They be drunk, and you don't know white people be turned the hell up when they get drunk. Those white girls be bending all over, shaking their little fucking tushies and shit. And what do other black people do? Oh, go ahead. They be freaking boosting them up. But soon as black people out in public, no matter where you are, but you are just so happen to be out in public and you having a good time with your buddies, your homegirls, and all of a sudden it's forbidden for black people to have fun. It's just like black people can't have fun. I'm annoyed by that, right? And I think that whole conversation kind of catapulted when that video was recorded of these black women, these sisters, at a so-called upscale restaurant, and the black man said, oh, this is not what I intended for this restaurant. Like, but I'm just saying though, sometimes we gotta catch ourselves, because of course there's a time and place for everything, but here's where you draw the line. I think here's a determining factor to determine, okay, is it racial bias? Because you got to ask yourself, would people be such in an uproar if it was a different race? People from a different race doing the same exact thing. That's where you got to question yourself. But anyway, I just had to share that. That was on my mind. And also, I see that Dr. Umar Johnson is preparing for his block party, the FDMG block party on September 11th. And I was wondering, like, should I go? I kind of want to go. I mean, the FDMG Academy, I don't think it's that far from New York City. I think it's like a couple hour drive. Like, it's not that far. So I could go, and I've been, like, drawn. Like, I'm drawn to want to go, but then part of me is just like, part of me is just like, So I just purchased some new Castile soap today. It's a different fragrance, different scent. Hemp almond. Let's see what this smells like. This is my first time trying this one. I think I'll try all of them except for this one. This smells like the other one I have that I'm using now. I wonder if it's an almond. But I think the reason why I would be reluctant to go, like I've heard, I've had like some of my followers tell me, oh, you should go to Dr. Umar Johnson's lecture. And it's just, I don't want no smoke. And I think people, though I'm like a low-key influencer, right? I like to stay like kind of low-key. I don't like to get to the point where like everybody knows me, I think. So I feel very comfortable with my social status right now, especially on social media. Like some people know me, a good number of people know me, but it's not to the point where like, oh, everybody know me. But I do feel like even within the conscious community, because of kind of what surfaced a couple years ago. This was back in 2018. Damn, time go by so fast, yo. I feel like because of that, what happened, right? That whole thing about the prince has invited you for a sit-down email bullshit, right? I seen like the social media's response to something like that. I don't know. For me, I'm not a person with drama. I don't like drama. And I don't need the smoke. And then on top of that, I just feel like, y'all know, of course, I have a crush. I always had a crush on Dr. Umar Johnson. I think ever since, like, I saw that video, which I already talked about, and I made a whole video, I made a video response on, could I be Dr. Umar Johnson's wife, right? When I came across a video where he was explaining, his trouble in finding a wife and why he's so single, and I was just like, I felt he was talking about me when he was mentioning the qualities that he looks for in a female partner. I was just like, oh. Girl, you got to enjoy yourself. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. I know you don't mean any disrespect, Dietrich. All I'm saying is, I just don't want no smoke. I don't want no smoke, y'all. Like, I don't want people like, oh, that's the girl from a few years ago. And people, I think a lot of people that follow Dr. Umar, like, we kind of have the same followings. Some people follow him, follow me. And then they be like, oh, I don't know how many people going to show up. I don't think that many people going to show up, though, to the block party. And I think it's going to be just like single mothers, older people. It's going to be like a combination of older women, single mothers, and of course maybe some children. I think it's like really targeted towards the children. So I'm just like, okay, if I go, what am I going to do? Because he just went live and he talked about the activities that he's going to have there at the block party. And he said like sack racing. Now that shit sounds fun. I haven't done that since elementary school, but he says it's for the kids. I'm just like, I want to do it. That sounds really fun. He said like it's going to be human tic-tac-toe. I don't think I ever played that before, but that sounds fun. But he says like these activities are for the kids. So I'm just like, I don't know. And knowing that, of course, I have an attraction towards Dr. Umar, I just feel it's gonna be awkward. It'll be awkward. I feel very awkward going to an event like that. I'll feel very weird. I'll feel out of place. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'll feel very weird and out of place. I feel like, and I feel like that would be a threat to my ego. Even on front. I just feel like his reaction towards me will be a threat to my ego, which I am not deserving of. So, hell fuck nah. I ain't going to that shit. You don't have to worry about smoke because you're not coming with any negativity anyway. I wasn't coming with any negativity 2018, but it's just like people stir up stuff, right? People instigate. You know what I'm saying? People instigate stuff. So I think my experience at the block party would be predicated on who's there. And as long as it's not people like with drama there, it would be nice to be able to sneak in. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I would go. I would go to a lecture, and I've thought about this. Like, I've contemplated this over and over again, because of course I want to see Dr. Umar Johnson in person. I want to be able to feel his energy, right? But of course I have these reservations, because I just feel a certain kind of way. Like, I think I feel awkward, but I think the only way I'll go like to a lecture or to an event like the block party is if like nobody knows me. Like, I can go in disguise where they don't even like recognize me. They wouldn't recognize me as, oh, Dr. Umar Johnson's crush. Like, oh, she has a... Because I went public about the whole crush, and he had posted it on his page, his response to it, because I had received an email. This was like several years ago. I think it was 2018. That I received an email from some anonymous person saying that they were speaking on his behalf to invite me for a sit down, right? And after that, I was very excited about the invite. And it's not that he didn't know who I was prior to that coming to surface, right? Because he had reposted my videos that I made about him and my support for him. So he knew who I was because he had seen my videos. But anyway, after I got the email, like, I was so flabbergasted, and I felt good inside. And so, of course, I shared my sentiments about the email publicly. And I was like, oh, it'll be so nice to see him. Right? I was just like sharing my reaction to it. And then after that, things kind of spin out of control, right? He went on social media. He immediately denied sending me the email. And then the person who sent the email, some anonymous person who was so-called speaking on his behalf, like his assistant, supposedly had emailed me, or sent a reply to that email, right, and said, oh, you should have kept your mouth closed. And I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but whatever, right? He was like, oh, yeah, like, the prince is under attack, and, you should keep your mouth closed about that. I forget the wording. That person, this was so many years ago, was just like, oh, the prince is under attack, and you don't want to like destroy his empire by like, speaking out about this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, all right. So I did apologize, because I was like, you know what, listen, I am not the person that's in the pen trying to like fuck up anyone's reputation or whatever the hell they got going on. That is not me, okay? It should be very clear and apparent. I am not that kind of person. So that definitely wasn't my intent. I was just excited, and me being a vlogger, right? This is what I do. I share parts of my life, not every single detail. I'm not the kind of person that be putting my whole fucking life on social media. But whatever, though. I get it. I understand, right? But it's interesting, though. And so, like, with that, And when Dr. Umar Johnson, he went and he like publicly denied it, yo. He posted me on his page and he denied that shit. It wasn't the denial that I was like hurt by. I literally was hurt, yo. When I say like I felt pierced in my chest, I felt hurt. It wasn't that though. It was the comments, what people were saying, like calling me desperate and a groupie and just all these names, and I'm just like, wow. And you know, y'all know negativity spreads fast, right? So the comments was just like exponentially increasing very quickly on his post, and I felt like it was giving me a bad reputation. I was like, that's not what I want, right? You know? And so, and my picture was on his post too. I'm just like, yo, take that shit down. So I had to go freaking live about this shit to like, yo, it hurt me. That's the reason why I went live in response to that after he posted me. Because I just felt hurt. And I know he didn't have bad intentions. But it's just, I did not like the reaction of his followers. I felt attacked, right? And so people were like, oh, that's what she wanted. She just wanted her 15 seconds of fame. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? This is not something desirable. People attacking me on your post. So I feel like I felt hurt and I had to express that hurt publicly. And then he immediately took it down because I think he felt bad because that wasn't his intent to make me feel hurt by him publicly denying that he sent me that invite via email for a sit down. It's still a mystery who the fuck sent the invite. It could have been someone who follows both of us mutually because I got people that follow me and they really want to see me and Dr. Umar Johnson together. Like, and I'm like, okay, well, perhaps it could have been some creep that's just really want to see me and him together. And so they're feeding into this whole idea of me and him hooking up. And they kind of like communicating on behalf of both of us when neither one of us got anything to do with it, right? But I appreciate your support. I just want you to do what you want because you're a strong woman. Thank you. But yeah. And you know, I like working towards a degree, right? You know, a professional degree, building a professional reputation. The last thing I want is my fucking reputation tarnished. So it was just a lot going on. His freaking detractors were like stalking me and posting me and trying to make a smear campaign against me. It just got out of hand. So I fell back. I like fell all the way back. I was just like, nah, hell no. This freaking social media shit is too crazy, yo. That's why I said I don't mind having my little following. When I see it's only a couple people watching, I'm very comfortable with that. Because sometimes when you have more people, the more people is like the more drama. When you see lives and you got like hundreds or thousands of people watching, it's drama that comes along with that. It's shit that you don't want that comes along with that, right? But when you have a more intimate circle, it's good. People like to stir up drama because they want a piece of it. Like they want a piece of the attention or clout or whatever. I'm like, I'm not about that. So yeah, I laid low, you know. But my feelings, I guess, towards Dr. Umar Johnson haven't changed. Like, I don't consider myself no fucking groupie. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm my own star, you know. But I do admire him. I admire his work. I admire his passion, dedication, and I get it, you know. So, I wouldn't, yeah. I don't think, of course I'm not going. I haven't seen Dr. Umar Johnson in person ever, right? And of course he's come to New York. I think he has a lecture scheduled in New York coming up, I think. But I don't know. I just haven't been because I would feel weird. I'm just gonna keep it real. I would feel weird. I got this today, you guys, from Nicholas Brooklyn out in Harlem. They got so many different locations. And it's funny because when I went in the store, I noticed they sold like, you know, natural health stuff for your body from the outside, like looking in. I didn't realize that the store was Nicholas Brooklyn until I actually was making the purchase, and I was just like, oh, this is freaking Nicholas Brooklyn. So this is a wolf spirit sage, Palo Santo smudging kit. White sage, also called grandfather sage, is used for cleansing and protection. Palo Santo is traditionally used for relief and common colds, flu, stress, headache, depression, and inflammation. See, these natural things, it's the reason why I like burning incense, y'all. It's just intuitive, I think. Light smudge, stick, or loose leaves. Wait a moment, then blow out flames. Rest the sticks in the abalone shell, using it to collect any ashes or embers. To bless a person or object, use the feather to brush the smoke around them. I asked the guy because it stood out to me. Like, it caught my attention. I was asking the guy working at the store, like, what is this? I just noticed the feather, and then I noticed, okay, inside it was also this sage, which smells interesting. I think every like bundle of sage has its own kind of unique smell to it. Now I'm looking at this feather, and I'm just like, oh, it's a real feather, huh? What kind of bird is this? What kind of bird do y'all think this feather is from? A pigeon? So they say use the feather to dust off, to brush the smoke around them. Fan the smoke. Oh, some people put feathers like in their hair like that. Their website, wolfspiritsage.com. I should go and ask them, like, yo, what kind of freaking feather is this? Let me email them and ask them, what feather is this, yo? And I'm not about to burn the sage right now, but definitely gonna burn this. What y'all think? Should I go to the FDMG block party? Are y'all gonna go? I would like to meet him though. I feel like the only way I would go, okay, two ways I would go. Either I would go and nobody knows me, right? They don't recognize who I am, and neither does he. I would go under those conditions. Or I would go if he personally invited me. If he sent me a personal invite directly, I would go. I really hope that Tariq Nasheed reaches his goal of raising $1 million. He's, I think, at close to 400K for the Hidden History Museum in Los Angeles. So close. So close. Common colds, flu, stress, headache, depression, inflammation. Aromatherapy. Yes, honey, yes. Yeah. Alright. This way. I'm gonna save the sage for later. I still have the sage I got from 125th Street the other day. Burnt some of it, but I still have some. watching this probably say, oh, well, you should put your personal feelings aside and just go and support and show up. Listen, I follow my instincts. Considering, oh yeah, this costs $24.99. I got this today. But considering, y'all gonna understand the personality I am a person where I usually just stay to myself anyway. Like, I stay to myself big time, yo. So I don't know, to go there will give me probably a lot of anxiety, social anxiety. So it's much easier just to not go, right? And just watch videos of it. It's supposed to continue to burn, right? Why is this going out? It's not supposed to go out, and it's pretty dry. My mom's father is Native American. I know a lot of black folks claim Native American, like, oh, I'm Cherokee. But some of us are really, though. Some of us are really that. You understand? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Should I go? One day I'm gonna meet him, though. One day. Call me crazy. I want it to keep burning. It keeps going out. Maybe get one of those torches that you use to light the grill with. I love fire, though. It's so relaxing. Oh, there's a heart. There's a heart. You guys see the heart? Might be a sign. Now, I don't want to go because I don't want to seem like a freaking creep, yo. I don't like men who are creeps. And it's weird. It's weird because if you like someone with a certain intensity, right? But they don't feel that same way towards you. And even if they do, they don't show it, right? Because who knows? He could feel the same way towards me, right? But if he's not showing that, it feels weird. That shit doesn't feel weird. I don't like that feeling. Like, I don't feel that, like, uncomfortableness. Not to say I can't handle it. I know how to manage my feelings, right? My emotions and the sensations in my body. I'm pretty good at that. But I would do it if it's worth it, though. It has to be worth it. Like, what is the gain? I'm going through all of these emotions. Going there, right? What is the gain for me? You know, it would be cool to connect with some other interesting, socially, politically conscious brothers and sisters, too. So, that would be a benefit. But I don't know, we'll see. On that note, I'm going to end this video and hope that this keeps burning. Catch you guys in the next one. Do not send this to Dr. Umar Johnson. Do not. That's why I don't like social media sometimes, because y'all be instigating shit. And I like to keep things low key, right? I mean, I like to speak to like a small select few. That's why I'm going live. And I just like that my following is like just very close knit. I like the low numbers. Just when it gets freaking blown out of proportion. It's when I get shit get blown out of hand. But I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love you guys.